Hollywood. The Jack Benny Program. With Jack's special guest, Jayne Mansfield.
Thank you very, very much, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our show. Now, I don't know whether you can notice it or not on your television sets, but I have a beautiful tan. And you know how I got it? I just returned from 6 wonderful days in Hawaii. For what it cost me, I could have bought 78 sun lamps. But I must say I had a great trip, and I'll tell you how I happened to go. You see, I was talking to my doctor a few weeks ago, and my doctor told me that I was in fine condition, but I was a little bit nervous and tense, and he thought that I ought to take a trip. Now, I can understand him suggesting that because I happen to have the only doctor in Beverly Hills who has a combination clinic and travel agency. Of course, it was a little bit embarrassing taking my physical examination in a store window. Anyway, after I put my clothes back on, he told me to stick out my tongue. He wanted to wet the labels on my luggage. Of course, the thing that's so eerie about it, you see, when your travel agent, who is also a doctor, says goodbye, you don't know where you're going. And anyway, I didn't exactly like the shape of a couple of his trunks. But I want to tell you, a trip like that is really intriguing. It is to me anyway, because it gave me a chance, to get away from Don Wilson, who's always complaining, and Dennis Day, who drives me nuts altogether. And I want to tell you something, folks. If you've never been to Hawaii, you ought to go. I always thought that the fellas who narrate the travelogues exaggerate. But that's not true. Everything they say about Hawaii is true. I said, because the Hawaiian Islands are really the tropical islands of enchantment.
Yes, the tropical islands of enchantment, the paradise of the Pacific, Hawaii, where regal palms enhance the beauty of Waikiki Beach. And in the background, Diamond Head, wearing a majestic crown of fleecy clouds held in place by the gentle pressure of the trade winds. But out of this dream, our visitors are abruptly brought back to reality by the realization that their vacation has come to an end. But even the farewell is something to remember. Hawaii's heartwarming aloha. As the luxurious queen of the Pacific prepares to sail, there's music, flowers, and gaiety. And here on the dock is where one of the most colorful ceremonies of the island takes place, the presentation of the leis. This is an old custom by which the natives express their feeling toward the departing visitors. First is the orchid lei, presented to those who have made friends on the island. Next comes the plumeria blossom. This token, when presented to a traveler, expresses the sincere wish that soon he will return again. Yes, nobody leaves the island without at least one flowery memento, for even the lei made of the common ordinary ginger blossom is presented by the native shopkeepers to all those who have come into their stores and spent a little money. Is one of our departing visitors being neglected? Can it be possible that of all those people with whom he frolicked away those carefree hours at Waikiki, not one of them remembered to present him with the island's most treasured? Ah, here comes someone to correct this oversight.
There's the whistle, and Rochester isn't here yet. Why don't it... Oh, there he comes. Well, it's about time you got here. Now, come on, let's get going.
Boss! Boss! Do we have to leave?
Of course we have to leave. And anyway, what are you dressed up like that for?
I didn't have time to change. I was a special guest at a luau.
A luau?
That's a Hawaiian smorgasbord.
I know what it is.
I never saw so much food on a table in all of my life.
Really?
They had an octopus as a lazy Susan.
I don't care what they had. You could have left soon enough to pick up your own luggage.
Boss, it wasn't my fault. They wouldn't let me leave until I drank a toast to King Kamehameha the First.
King Kamehameha the First.
Then we drank a toast to King Kamehameha the Second. Then I proposed a toast to drink a toast to King Kamehameha the Third.
Rochester.
Which led to a toast to King Kamehameha the Fourth.
Look.
Then they insisted that I drink a toast to King Kamehameha the Fifth.
Hey, you must have been popular.
Popular? Boss, shake hands with King Kamehameha the Sixth.
Hey, come on, pick up the bags.
No, boss. You take the bags. I have to put my bathing suit on.
Your bathing suit? Rochester, I told you, you only dive for pennies when the ship arrives. Come on.
Mr. Benny! Mr. Benny! Oh, Mr. Benny!
Yes?
Hello, stranger!
Schlepperman! Oh, for heaven's sakes, I haven't seen you in so long. Where have you been all these years?
Right here in Honolulu. I'm a native.
God, what are you doing here?
What am I doing here? I'm the owner of the Haikalini Delicatessen.
I ate there nearly every one of my meals.
This I know. And to show you mine appreciation, I'm going to make you a present from this.
Oh, well, thank you, Schlepperman. Thank you very much. See, I noticed that the leis that the other people got were made of ginger and orchids. What's this one made of?
Chicken livers.
Chicken liver?
Yeah.
You better wear it on deck, boss. The seagulls will drive you crazy.
Never mind. Well, anyway, thank you. Thank you very much, Schlepperman. It was so good to see you again.
The feeling is hukamala.
Hukamala?
In English, it means likewise.
Well, goodbye. Goodbye, Slep. Say hello to your wife, huh?
You say it. I left her in California.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Happy landing.
Yeah.
I sell the best salami where the breeze is always balmy in Hawaii.
Oh, sure good to see him again. What a show-off. Hukamala! That means likewise.
And so, with her bow majestically pointed into the trade winds, the luxurious Queen of the Pacific reluctantly sails from Honolulu Harbor. And as the Aloha Tower sinks behind the horizon, we bid fond farewell to Hawaii. However, our vacation has not come to an end, for we still have the luxurious voyage homeward.
There we are. Sure is a nice voyage we're having. It's a nice voyage we're having.
Oh, yes. Yes, it certainly is.
You know, you meet so many friendly people on board a ship. You always do. Right now, our position is latitude 145 and longitude 21. See, the wind is coming from the southwest at 8 knots an hour.
Are you the navigator?
No. You see, the reason I know this, because you learn this by sticking your finger in your mouth and then holding it up like this. See? And then the cool side is the side that the wind is coming from. I learned that when I was in the Navy during the war. When I got out of the Navy, I didn't know what to do at first, so then I thought, well, I like show business. I always did, you know. So I went into vaudeville, and then thought I was in shows, and I went into radio, and now I'm on television. Yes, sir. I'm on TV every week.
Well, I think I'll go to my stateroom.
Thank heaven, now I can read. Why doesn't he take those things off?
Cablegram for King Kamehameha VI. Cablegram for King Kamehameha VI.
Oh, here, boys.
Are you,
No, but I know His Majesty personally.
Would you care for some tea or bouillon?
I'll have a little tea. A little tea, please. Tea town. Thank you. Thank you.
Can I get you a snack to go with it?
No, that won't be necessary.
Yes, there's nothing like a trip on an ocean liner. For a voyage at sea is synonymous with romance. On shipboard, many a casual acquaintance has blossomed into true love.
Shuffleboard?
No, thank you.
You play deck tennis?
No, I don't.
Well, you should. It keeps you fit. What are you reading?
It's a book called Calories Don't Count.
I read it. It's nothing. Would you mind throwing this overboard for me?
No, I'll be glad to. All right.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean it.
What are you doing on this ship?
Well, I'm on my way home.
You mean to tell me you were in Honolulu when I was there?
Honolulu? Is that where I was?
Certainly.
Oh, yeah, I really went out of my way. I only wanted to go to Catalina.
Well, boy, you sure took the wrong boat.
What boat? I was swimming.
Dennis, now be quiet. I mean, who could swim 2,000 miles?
You're just mad because you had to buy a ticket.
Now, look, Dennis, stop with that crazy talk. I'll tell you what. One of the reasons I took this vacation was just to get away from you. So stay out of my sight.
Well, don't worry. You won't see me again unless you're eating at the captain's table.
You're going to be at the captain's table?
Yeah, he's using me as a centerpiece.
silly kid trying to tell me he swam to Honolulu.
Benny,
Now what?
how long does it take this ship to get to Los Angeles?
About 3 more days.
Oh, that's too slow for me.
Someone just jump overboard?
I didn't see anything. Hey, maybe he did swim to Honolulu.
Yes, a voyage at sea is an event that will always be remembered. Because there are so many things to enjoy. Dancing in the salon, sunbathing on the top deck, swimming in the ship's pool, and in the evening, there's always a movie in the ship's lounge.
Gosh, those were good pictures they showed on the ship. Bridget Bardot, Kim Novak. And that picture last night with Jayne Mansfield. Boy, she's pretty. What a figure. Why couldn't I have run into someone like her on this trip? Here I am alone, in a romantic mood. Gee, Jayne Mansfield. Jayne Mansfield. Jayne Mansfield. Jayne? Jayne? Please don't go. Jayne. Jayne, don't leave me. Jayne. Jayne, please. Miss Mansfield. Please don't. Don't leave me, Jayne. Jayne, please don't leave me. Jayne. Why did you leave me? I mean, why did you walk away from me like that?
Because I can't trust myself with you.
What?
You're so strong and I'm so weak. And when you look at me with those big blue eyes, I
understand.
You see, all my life I thought that the important things were fame, furs, jewels. And now, for the first time, I realize that all I really want is you.
Jayne.
Dream on, Mr. Benny. Dream on.
I'm mad about you.
Oh, I'm mad about you, too, Jack. I've never met anyone just like you. So strong, so handsome, so sophisticated, so debonair. Just to be near you is exciting. Would you do something wonderful that would really make me happy?
I do anything for you, Jayne. What is it?
Well, in my next picture, there are going to be so many love scenes, and I'd give anything if you'd be my leading man.
Why, I'd love to be your leading man.
Oh, I'm so glad. Now, if I can just get permission from the producer.
Why, who did he have in mind?
Himself.
Oh, Jayne, I just can't get over the two of us here all alone on this beautiful ship.
Yes, Jack, I never thought it would happen to I.
Neither did me. Why are you sighing, Jayne?
Well, I was just thinking, Jack, how generous you are. Just so that we could be alone together, you chartered this luxury liner for $600,000.
I did?
If that doesn't wake him up, nothing will.
I just can't control myself when I'm near you. I'm crazy about you.
Well, I'm crazy about you too, Jayne, but it's so ridiculous. I mean, look at the difference in our ages.
There's not so much difference, Jack. I'm 26 and you're 39.
I know, but I was thinking, say, 25 years from now, when you'll be 51 and I'll be 39.
Gee, I never thought about that.
I did.
You shut up. Jane, will you have dinner with me tonight?
Oh, I'd love to, Jack. Do you think we could eat at the captain's table? Do you have any influence?
No, I knew the centerpiece, but it jumped overboard. But anyway, Jane, it would be so much better if we had a little table all alone in a sort of a little secluded corner. How about 8 o'clock?
I'll be there, Jack. I better go now. But before I go, I must tell you something.
What is it, Jane?
You're just too marvelous for words. Like glorious, glamorous, and that all stand by amorous. It's all too wonderful. I'll never find the words that say enough, tell enough. I mean, they just aren't swell enough. You're much too much, and just too very, very to ever be in Webster's dictionary. And so I'm borrowing a love song from the birds to tell you that you're marvelous, too marvelous for...
What's strange?
Suddenly, I got a craving for chicken livers.
Look, before we go to dinner, stop into my cabin and we'll have some.
Okay, I'll be there, Jack.
Okay. Goodbye.
Bye.
I can hardly wait.
Neither can I.
I'll be counting the minutes.
I'll be counting the seconds.
Don't forget.
I won't.
8 o'clock.
I'll remember.
Come back, give me one more kiss. Wait a minute. You're not Jayne Mansfield.
Don't fight it. This could be the start of something big.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, I can't understand it. I was so sure I was talking to Jayne Mansfield.
Ah, yes. The sea plays many mental tricks as you're gently lulled in the cradle of tranquility.
Jack will be back in just a moment, but first...
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. And Jayne, thank you for being in my dream.
Oh, it's my pleasure, Jack. I'll be in your dream any time. Oh, by the way, I have something for you.
Another kiss?
No, your chicken livers. You left them on the boat.
I'm so glad. I did mean to take them with me. Goodbye.
Bye, Jack.
Good night, folks. I'll be seeing you soon.